Hi everyone, welcome to lesson 1.2. This lesson is on converting quadratic functions to general form. So let's say, for example, you're given a function in factored form, that's what this is, and we want to know what is the y-intercept. We need to convert it to general form. So we're going to talk about how to do that. And you've probably done this in other classes. What we need to know how to do for this is how to multiply two things called binomials. So these are called binomials because they have two terms. So x and 4, that's two terms, and bi means two. And there's a little acronym that helps us remember how to do this. Essentially, the idea is we need to distribute the x and we need to distribute the 4. But FOIL, the acronym FOIL, helps us remember this. So F stands for first. So the first thing we're going to do is distribute the x to the other x. So multiply the first terms together. X times x is x squared. Okay, O stands for outer. So now I'm going to multiply the outer terms. So that's x and minus 7. So we're going to do x times minus 7, which gives us minus 7x. I stands for inner. So now we're going to multiply the two inner terms, which is 4 and x. So I'm going to do 4 times x, which just is 4x. And then L stands for last. So to do the last terms, I'm going to do 4 times minus 7, which is minus 28. Okay, so I did 4 different multiplications there. First terms, outer terms, inner terms, last terms. You multiply those pairs together. Now, when we're done, we have 4 different things, and we just are going to combine them to simplify, basically. So combine like terms. I have a minus 7x and a plus 4x that can be combined. So altogether, I have the x squared, then minus 7x plus 4x leaves me with minus 3x, and then I still have the minus 28 hanging out at the end. And now we are in general form, and that's all there is to it. Okay, so we're just going to do a couple more examples of that. All right, we're going to convert each equation to general form. So our first one, we're just going to do exactly what we just did. We're going to use FOIL to help us remember how to multiply. So first, outer, inner, last. So I multiply the first terms together. X and x gives me x squared. Then I multiply the outer terms. So x and minus 10 gives me minus 10x. I'm multiplying at this phase. Then we're going to multiply the inner terms. So 2 times x, that gives me plus 2x. And finally, the last terms, 2 times negative 10 is minus 20. Okay, so we did all of our multiplications. Now we're just going to combine and simplify. So I can combine my two middle terms, the minus 10x and the plus 2x. And I end up with the x squared minus 10x plus 2x gives me negative 8x. And then we have minus 20 at the end. All right, so now we're in general form. And since we're in general form, we can say what the y-intercept is. It's just this number right here, the number at the end. So in this case, the y-intercept would be negative 20. All right, one more like that. X minus 4 times x minus 6. So again, first terms, x times x is x squared. Outer terms, x times negative 6 is negative 6x. Inner terms, negative 4 times x is negative 4x. And last terms, negative 4 times negative 6 gives us a positive 24. All right, then I combine. And we end up with x squared minus 6x minus another 4x. So we're going more negative. gives us minus 10x, and then we have plus 24 at the end. So we're now in general form, and we can say that the y-intercept of this function is positive 24. All right, so those were examples of going from factored form to general form. What about if we're in vertex form? So like this. The first thing we need to do is deal with this exponent. So x plus 3 times x plus 3 squared means x plus 3 times x plus 3. To square something means multiply by itself. So first step, we're going to expand that exponent to x plus 3 times x plus 3. We still have plus 17 at the end. Now we're going to multiply these together, just like we've been doing. So first terms gives me x squared. Outer terms, x times 3 gives me 3x. Inner terms, 3 times x gives me another 3x. Last terms, 3 times 3 gives us positive 9. And then we still have plus 17 at the end. Okay, so we expanded the exponent, we multiplied the binomials using FOIL. Last step is to combine like terms. We can combine the 3x and 3x just like before, but now we can also combine 9 and 17. We have two terms at the end there that we can combine. So if we put that all together, we end up with x squared, then 3x plus 3x is plus 6x, and 9 plus 17 gives us plus 26. So we're now in general form, and the y-intercept of this function is 26. All right, one more like that. So first step is to expand this exponent. That means x minus 2 times x minus 2, and we still have plus 15 at the end. Now we multiply these two together using FOIL, first, outer, inner, last. First terms, x times x is x squared. Outer, x times minus 2 is minus 2x. Inner, minus 2 times x is minus 2x again. And last, minus 2 times minus 2 is positive 4. And then we still have plus 15 hanging out at the end. We can't forget about that. Final step is to combine. So we can combine minus 2x and minus 2x, and we can combine plus 4 and plus 15. So we end up with x squared minus 2x minus another 2x is minus 4x. And then 4 plus 15 is plus 19. So we're now in general form, and we can say that the y-intercept is that last number there, positive 19. All right, so that is how you would convert a quadratic function to general form and allow you to find the y-intercept.